This is Sunniva.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we are briefly going to talk to you about our top 10 anticipated games of 2023. I'm saying briefly because we haven't played most of these games, and hopefully we won't go into like huge tangents and talk about all the other stuff like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
It's a new year, and we have games that we're looking forward to.
Yes.
As every year. Most of the games that we are looking forward to usually come out at Spiel.
Yep.
And we don't know about many of those games yet. So this is going to be like the top 10 games that we know exists.
Yeah, that helps.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It would be like, and number 8 is the heaviest
A
game at Spiel.
game, yeah.
We don't know what it is yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing that. And there's a couple I could have had on here, like the next Vladimir Suhi game.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to be one, and I'm looking forward to it.
Of course.
And there's actually one I have forgotten.
Oh.
I'm going to do that now as the number 11.
Okay.
Yes, number 11 is Great Western Trail, New Zealand.
Oh, cool.
I have forgot about that game, and we loved Argentina last year,
Yes.
so I'm super excited for that. So now it's going to be a top 11. I'm not going to call the video that. I'm going to call it
Top
top
10,
10.
yeah.
So before we talk about it, because if you are new to the channel and you don't know this, then I do all the research.
Everything. 100% is you, 0% and my beautiful smile is me.
That means
I'm just
that
in for the ride.
if I kind of jump in and talk about something, it's probably because Cinema is like doing something under the table,
Yeah.
like, please talk about this game now, because
Help
I don't
me.
know. I know the name of the game, I don't know anything else. We have talked through the list, so hopefully you remember some of the things about the
Yes.
game to make this video more dynamic and more fun.
Yeah.
Some of these games we haven't played, prototypes up, and we're going to tell you that probably you have seen the previews we had done on the channel, but if you're new to the channel, this is the first time you see us. And you
Hello.
haven't subscribed, is there something you could do? How hard is that?
It's very, very hard.
Oh.
It is, no, it's very easy. It's
Ah.
a button down there. It says subscribe. Push it and you are now a subscriber.
Cool, that's so easy that even my grandma could do it. Back to the list. I'm going to start with number 10, which is, and it was kind of the one game on this list I'm not sure I'm going to have in my hands this year, but I hope that's why. And if it's not, then you can put Great Western Trail, New Zealand in here.
Yes.
This is El Burro. This is the new kind of Blaugrana 2.0.
Yeah.
This is, I just read some notes from Ode and the other designer now on BGG about the changes, and it sounds really good. I like La Granja. I like it a lot, and it has changed out some of the things to make it more decisions, more heavy, and more involved. And one thing
More
they have,
donkeys.
more donkeys.
I assume, since it says El Burro, I think that is donkey.
I don't know, because
think
I
so.
don't know languages. But the thing here, the big thing that I know that changed is they've taken away the market. You know, where you put
Yeah.
in and you bump
Yes.
off people.
Taken
Now
out
it's
that.
going to be more of a race.
Oh.
So you have this road that you're traveling with the donkeys. So you use the donkeys to travel ahead on the road. And it also sounds like that might work better for a 2-player game, which is really nice. So that is why. That's number 10. With Great Western Trail and El Burro. Number 10.
Yeah. Number 9 is Seventh Citadel. We have played 7 Continent. Not that much. I think we've tried a few curses.
We have played one curse 4 times and one curse half a time.
Yes, that's
and we
true.
have like 12 of them.
Yeah, and we have won 0 of those curses
That's
because
true.
the game
I want to
is
play the game. It's so good.
freaking hard. But Seven Citadel is basically a new version of Seven Continent. So it's more like, what did you call it, dialogue?
It has, no, but it has this very nice dialogue system where you can actually talk to NPCs and they will answer, like, depending on what you
Cool,
ask
that
them,
is
they will
new.
answer different things.
Nice.
So it has, and I think it has less, if I remember correctly, it has less of the survival
Okay.
and more of the exploration.
Cool, I
which
like
we
that.
really like because
we suck at surviving
survival,
stuff.
I'm horrible at all of
Like,
that
it's
stuff.
a bear everywhere and it kills us. That's all I remember.
Every time you want some food, it's
Yes,
a bear
it's a
instead.
bear.
That's like the rule of Seven
Yeah.
Continent. Next up is number 8, Aridia, The Paths We Dare Tread. We like these story-driven campaign games. I don't know how story-driven Aridia is. I know it's like an open world exploration campaign game on the verge of like a board game and a role-playing game. It's from the same designer did Sia. We haven't played that, but that's this it's a science fiction. You know, I've heard of the
Yeah,
game. I think
heard
a
of it.
science fiction open world where you can do basically whatever you want. It's a sandbox game, and this is kind of that as well. As I understand, you can travel around the world, explore different places. Seems like a very nice game, and obviously one I'm anticipating and excited to play.
Yes, it looks really cool. Number 7 is Unconscious Mind. We have done a preview for this game already, so we have played the prototype. I'm really looking forward to play the full game when that comes. I'm excited to see what changes and improvements they have made, and also to play the game because it's very good.
There's many changes. Like I read, Johnny Pack had a BGG thread where we kind of like listed all the changes that they were working on, and there's so many.
Oh, that's cool.
And many of them are like, oh yeah, that's gonna make the game better. Yeah, that's gonna make the game better. A couple of like, oh, I'm sure about that, but I'm sure they know what they're doing.
But it was already pretty good when we played it. I was super excited for it, so yeah.
I liked it a lot, and obviously we are excited to play it.
Yeah.
You're also excited to play it because you already know it's a fun game. Next up we have Septima from Mind Clash. This is said to be like the most approachable Mind Clash game so far. Is like it's not as heavy as Terraria and Anachronia and all that. It's about witches, and it's our favorite theme. The main witch will soon die, and the other witches has to try to be the best witch, after the best witch dies.
My favorite theme. Yes, so
probably
original and cool.
By getting victory points, because that's what everybody wants. Like the witches will be like,
witches.
You have victory points, I like you now, you're my friend. But it seems like there's many interesting mechanisms blended together in a great way. We backed it, I'm going to play it, looking forward to play it. That's why it's on the list. Obvious. Back to you.
Yeah, number 5 is Darwin's Journey.
Oh, yes.
And we have played a prototype of this as well. I think we did a preview for the channel.
I am unsure if
so
we...
long ago.
The thing is that copy arrived after the Kickstarter because there was some problems with the mail.
True.
So I don't remember if we did a preview or not.
I think we have some content out for it in some kind of
I think
sense.
we did in a Keeper Cull video, I think, that we talked a bit more about it. But it's good.
It's very good, and if the real deal looks anything like the prototype we played, I'm going to be super pleased. So much Euro crunchy goodness in this game. Very excited to get it, to really re-explore it again, because it's been so long ago, so I'm super excited for that.
I don't remember all the details. I just remember it being a super crunchy, interesting, and fun game, and I cannot wait to have it. Like we don't like keep a lot of prototypes, mostly because of prototypes we have to send them to other people, or we don't need prototypes, but it's there because it's a fantastic game. When I played, it's like, oh, it's going to be there until we have the full version of the game.
Yes.
I know there's some changes. I remember there being changes just during the campaign, and I cannot wait to see what those are.
Yeah.
Next up is a game that we actually already own. Dun, 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 because it came through the door like 1 day ago after we finished making this list. I'm saying we, which means I. And that is Horseless Carriage. This is the new Splatterspellen game. This is the game. This is like a niche. This is like if you like heavy euros and you want them to look horrible and look like a prototype and you pay loads of money for them, then you should like Splotter games. I'm not a huge fan of Food Chain Magnet. You haven't played Food Chain, have you? No. I think you also would think it was too cutthroat.
Yeah, if you think so, I probably agree.
And I think Horseless Carriage also has some of those elements, like the being like sabotaging and all of that, because you are in the beginning of, it's a heavy Euro game where you are at the beginning of cars. You have to make cars that you think people will enjoy, and at the beginning when they make these horseless carriages, there's like, oh, brakes, we don't need them, but we need to have 16 wheels because that's fun, and all of those kind of weird stuff. So it is and all the components, and you have these, it looks so strange and weird. And as with many of the Splotter games, the rulebook isn't like a 40-page thing, which are usually like the heavy Euros, like 35, 40 pages. It's 18 pages long, which is not much. We are playing this at the end of the week, and this is one if you want to see it covered on the channel, let us know. We hope to be able to do it. It's no 2-player of it, so it's only 3 to 5, so it's harder to get it played enough to do a review, but if you want to see it, let us know in the comments. That is Horseless Carriage. Back to the next one.
Number 3 is Dark Quarters. We have also played a prototype of this game, and our first impression was very, very good. It is a co-op game where you're basically solving crimes or mysteries.
Paranormal mysteries.
Yeah, but
in New Orleans.
Yeah, and there are like vampires and werewolves and witches and all this supernatural stuff.
And jazz.
And jazz. And it's very like gloomy, gory theme and setting, and yeah, just very overall enjoyable.
And not for kids.
Not for kids.
It's obscene. Like
At all.
the swearing is heavy.
Yeah.
But it really like I love this game. I know I liked it a lot more than you. You enjoyed it. Like you liked it a lot.
But you...
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, this I need. We went all in for the Kickstarter. You just found out right now. It is one that I just really want to play. Like, Lucky Duck Games makes some games I love, some games we don't like that much. But this was just like, wow.
Yeah,
the
and
storytelling.
it is with an app and stuff.
And it was great to play with 4 players.
Yes.
One of the better experiences I have had with a storytelling game like this with more than 2 people.
Yes.
Because you got to play all the characters and you got to go around, and I was like, oh, I need to go in here and do this. I'm not going to say what it was. I was like, oh, only my character can do it. Why is that? What is in
That
here?
was
What's
super
going to
cool.
happen here? And we had some things happen. Like, oh, that wasn't what we planned to do. And people were following us. It's just like so much cool stuff. And the gloomy, the setting, the language, everything makes it just be a fantastic experience that I am so excited to play.
Yeah.
Next up is number 2, which is Pampero. That
Sounds like diapers.
Pampers. It's
Oh,
diaper
yeah.
in Norway. And it also could be like a Studio Ghibli film called Pampero.
Pampero,
It's this
yeah.
little trash animal that some
That
kids find
has
and
a
they
diaper on it.
play with
Yeah.
it, and there's a diaper on its head. It's not. It's a big, crunchy little game by Ape Games. I'm blanking on the designer name, but you're seeing it down here. And it is about windmills and wind power.
Yeah.
What is it called in English? I don't know. Wind power. That's not it, I think. But it is wind power electricity. And it looks
think that is
amazing.
what it's called.
We have people we know who have played the game and says it's really good. So I am excited to play Pampero. And we have only one game left, and you're probably going to guess it. It is.
Yeah, it is Frosthaven, of course. No anticipated
It's not here yet.
list without Frosthaven.
Why?
We have friends that have gotten Frosthaven in
Norway.
in Norway. It's unfair, but
We have the insert. We need stuff to put into the insert,
Yes.
or else the insert is boring.
But I think this was anticipated for us last year too.
Probably.
Yes. We have been waiting for so long for this game, and now we just won it. And for obvious reasons, we're super duper excited. We loved Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
We love the scenario that we played on
Frosthaven,
Frosthaven
yeah.
together with Paul Grogan on his channel. It was super duper awesome, and I'm always excited to see what Isaac Childress has in store. He makes some really cool stuff, and I'm looking forward to play with all these cool characters. Yeah, just like talking about it makes me so excited.
And I'm going to say already that when Frosthaven comes, we're probably going to do 2 videos a week because we want to play Frosthaven.
Yeah.
And it's the like many of these campaign games, you'll be like, oh, you want to play it more? Frosthaven, we're going to play
We
more.
have to play
We might even do like a review after we played it 4 times and try to play the whole thing and do another review at the end. But it's one that we really need to actually say like, okay, that just means that we only going to do 2 videos a week and have maybe 1 more evening a week that we can play Frosthaven.
We need to have like 2 evenings a week, which are like Frosthaven nights.
At least.
Yes.
But those are 10 games or 11 that we are super excited for this year. And this does not include any Kickstarter campaigns. There are Kickstarter campaigns, for example, Inventions, a new game from Wizard Soda. There's other than I'm blanking on. I was like, oh, I want to include this. And there's a new one from Matago that is kind of like, I think, in this same kind of trilogy, which is not a trilogy anymore, called it's something about space and Renaissance.
Okay.
It's a deck building game that looks very interesting. There are many games that I could almost do like a top 10 anticipated Kickstarter or crowdfunding
yeah.
project, but there's just so many games, and we are waiting for like 50, 60 games from Kickstarter that I'm excited to play. There's so many games to play. We have the Shelf of Shame project, the 100 games we haven't played, Keep or Cull, the games that we have. Like to say, I am anticipating playing just so many fun games this year.
Yes.
Probably some that's not fun as well, but mostly, hopefully, games that are amazing. What are your top 10 anticipated, or top 2, or top 200? Let us know in the comments. If you are still here and you have not subscribed, we did tell you how you could do it in the beginning, but could you tell us how to do it?
Yes.
How do you do it?
I will give you a brief
tutorial
of that. It is a button down there. You click it. You can even hit the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and it's also free, and it also makes us happy, like this. If you want to do something that's not free, you can.
Go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.